Unscripted, unfiltered, unapologetic. Diner stops and real talk. The voice of farmers, not politicians or promise makers. Just honest conversation about agriculture's biggest issues. At the table today. This is The Farmer's Table, an original series from Pivot Bio.
Hi, I'm Andrew McCrae, host of American Countryside and a farmer in Northwest Missouri. The Diner has long been a source of truth in rural America, a place where farmers gather to swap stories, share ideas, and connect through conversation. As I can attest, sometimes they agree and sometimes they don't. The Farmer's Table is about real farmers discussing real topics. Today we're talking about sustainability. What is it, and how do shifting definitions frustrate both farmers and consumers? We have four farmers who took their seat at the table to tell us what sustainability means to them and their operations. Joining us are Bill King from Salina, Kansas, Caleb Hamer from Hudson, Iowa, Dennis Wentworth from Downs, Illinois, and Matt Miles from McGee, Arkansas. Caleb and Matt kick things off with thoughts on the massive disconnect they see between consumers and farmers like themselves.
But the problem with sustainability is nobody knows what that word means anymore because it's been such a buzzword for the last 10 years. Everybody's got their twist on it.
I agree.
I mean, is sustainability an orchard because the trees are there every year, or is sustainability the fact that we're doing more corn and soybean raising with less inputs than our fathers and grandfathers did? I mean, what does it mean to who? And then to try and get that message out that it's pretty darn sustainable compared to where we were 10, even 20 years ago.
And I don't know that the public knows what they want out of sustainability.
They want sustainability on the box.
That's right. That's satisfying.
That's all they need. They need sustainability, or they need non-GMO,
Non-GMO.
they need organic. As long as that's on the package, they're good with it. Now, what does the company do to back that up? And I know some of the larger companies are trying to do that type of thing.
Yep.
I certainly haven't seen it in our part of the country as far as, getting in that program. And I think we do. Back to the technology. I think we have the technology. I can show you the seed that I've planted, the fertilizer, the chemicals. I can show you every application that's been made to that crop, how it got harvested and where it went.
Exactly.
Yeah, I agree. I think that'd be an easy thing for us to do. I mean, like you said, we have the technology. We're already doing it anyhow. If somebody just asked us or gave us a platform to do it on and paid us, I mean, to me, that's what sustainability is about. If they're asking us to grow cover crops and to plant non-GMO, our expenses are going to go up. Our yields are going to go down.
Right.
So at that point, we're not sustainable.
That's exactly right.
I'll grow whatever you want me to grow, but I need to make money doing it.
Exactly.
You need to make a fair profit.
Yeah.
I think we've all said at one time or another, you pay me for it, I'll grow it. I don't care what it is.
That's right.
You listed all kinds of different crops that you raise.
Yeah.
Well, you got a contract for them. We used to be 100% contract, whether seed corn, seed beans, anything. You got a contract, you make a little extra money at it. We'll grow it. Americans have a great choice of products to choose from because American farmers are willing to produce whatever you want.
But there's a lot of middlemen in that capture that profit. You take rice, for instance, or peanuts. We've grown both of them, grow rice all the time, and on that package is non-GMO. Well, there's no such thing as a GMO rice.
That drives me nuts.
But they put that on there, peanut butter, non-GMO. Well, have you ever seen a GMO peanut?
How about organic tuna?
Organic tuna. That's a good one. That's a really good one.
Farmers have always taken care of what they value. They cultivated bountiful land and fed a nation hungry for progress. As Americans dialed up, precision on the farm led to yields once thought impossible. But when it came to nitrogen, it wasn't precise or predictable enough. Farmers deserve a nitrogen worthy of who they are and what their land can provide. And now there is one.
As the conversation about sustainability continued, a common theme dominated the discussion. Let's head back to the table where Matt talks about what it's like to farm in a world where everyone's an expert and everyone's a critic.
Someone asked me 3 or 4 years ago, what's your biggest challenges in agriculture today? And I sat there a minute and I was a little hesitant, but I thought, this has got to be said. And I said, one of them's Palmer pigweed, because that's one of our biggest problems in the South. But I said, really and truly, it's a suburban mom. and having to satisfy that suburban mom on social media. You know, because we're doing the best we can. We're great environmentalists, in my opinion, today, and doing the best we can to steward our land, to clean our water, to variable rate technology fertilize. But on social media, the wrong, and I use that term lightly, suburban mom sees something where we're trying to harm them, and then that goes viral, and we're trying to feed you, and we work 16 hours a day, 7 days a week.
Well, it just takes 1, 2.
Right,
I mean,
1 or 2. That's exactly right. And then we're getting ridiculed for trying to harm you when we're trying to feed you. Well, the new thing with that is farm to table. You know, and you know, them tracking your crop from day one to the grocery store or feed mill or wherever. And you know, I'm good with that, you know, because I don't have anything to hide.
Nope.
And I think farmers today are doing everything the right way, probably a lot better than what the public is wanting us to do. They just don't know because they don't see it.
You're cutting some of the middleman out.
That's right.
There's a couple near home for me that just bought a local meat locker, and he raises the cattle, and he's going to start pipelining his cattle through that locker. He's talking about doing subscription boxes and stuff like that, and he's going to deliver to their door, and I think it's going to take stuff like that. And then if I sell him corn and he can feed cattle, then it works for everybody, I think.
I think we struggle with what that image is, and American consumers have those choices if you have the money to pay for those. And the farm-to-table restaurants in our community, I mean, they're twice as much as any other restaurant in town.
You're paying for the label.
You're paying for the label.
I was fixing to say, we'll starve to death if we try to do organic.
We will.
That's exactly right.
Now, there's a certain group maybe we can provide organic for, but in general, for just the United States domestically alone, we would absolutely starve to death or import everything.
So my easiest argument with that, with especially, I'll say, suburban mom, because I mean we're not too far from a metro area, and a lot of our peers work in that metro area. There's gonna be 8 billion people on the planet here pretty soon. We have only so much ground, and it's just we have to grow as many calories worth of energy to feed as many people as we can on those acres. It can't be done currently organically and non-GMO, all of it.
It's been 10 years ago, 15 years ago now. I think it was the Illinois Farm Bureau did a marketing survey, and they had some suburban moms, soccer moms, you know, whatever the term is that day. So they showed the video of dad and son, you know, the 4-year-old son. They're walking out to the shed, to the barn, the red barn from the White House, and dad has bib overalls on, son has bib overalls, and they walk out to the barn, and it's got a cow, a pig, and a chicken. And the mom's like, yeah, I like this. That's where I want my food to come from. Then they show a video of us, you know, the sprayers going 15 mile an hour down through the field, spraying over. No, I don't want my food to come from there. Okay, I get that, but you know, how many people is that one cow, that one pig, and that one chicken? There's no connection between. That's barely going to feed that one dad and son and mom and daughter in the house.
Real world versus fantasy basically is what it is. And if people seen some of the organic foods before they get to the grocery store, they might change their mind a little bit, you know.
There's no connection between where our food comes from and how it gets to our table. And it's just the bad part of it that I feel bad about is that we're perceived to be the bad corporate farmers using herbicides, fertilizers, and that type of thing to produce cheap food.
And we get ridiculed if we're farming more than 1,000 acres. You know, we're not a family farm anymore. But I mean, I'm as family farm as you can get, but I'm perceived as a big corporate farmer just because I have more than a goat and a cow and a couple acres. I mean, I know y'all all face the same thing.
Same thing, yeah.
You know, as bad as I hate to do some of the things we have to do, you know, to make them happy, we've got to do that to satisfy the public. So, you know, I think that technology of tracking what we're doing, you know, sustainability basically is that's the word everybody uses now, sustainability, you know, and we're working hard every day to be more sustainable.
There's little doubt the definition of sustainability will continue to shift, and all farmers, including myself, will have to adapt and adjust to keep our operations moving forward. We want to thank Bill, Dennis, Caleb, and Matt for their honest and candid insights. We'll see you next time on The Farmer's Table.